Have you ever wondered how Israel played a part in creating Hamas and getting them into power? It's a fascinating tale of political maneuvering and unintended consequences, woven through the complex tapestry of Middle Eastern geopolitics. In the early 1980s, Israel was dealing with the secular nationalistic Palestine Liberation Organization, or PLO. The PLO was a thorn in Israel's side, launching attacks from Lebanon and calling for the destruction of the Jewish state. Looking for a way to counter this threat, Israeli officials saw an opportunity in the rise of Islamist movements throughout the Middle East. They believed they could use these movements to counterbalance the PLO. This led to Israel indirectly supporting the growth of the Islamic Association, a group that would eventually become Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The idea was that the Islamic Association, with its focus on religious and social issues, would draw support away from the PLO. But what started as a plan to undermine the PLO soon took on a life of its own. The Islamic Association, buoyed by Israel's tacit support, began to grow in strength and popularity. By the late 1980s, it had morphed into Hamas, a militant group dedicated to the destruction of Israel. Israel's plan had backfired spectacularly. Instead of neutralizing the PLO, they had created a new and more dangerous enemy. Hamas rose to power in the Gaza Strip and has been a constant source of attacks on Israel ever since. In the early 21st century, Israel's relationship with Hamas has become even more complex. With the rise of even more extreme groups like ISIS and the instability in neighboring countries like Syria, Israel has found itself in a strange situation where Hamas, while still a sworn enemy, is seen as a known quantity and even a stabilizing force in the Gaza Strip. This is not to say that Israel is solely responsible for the creation and rise of Hamas. The group's growth was also fueled by factors such as the decline of secular nationalism in the Middle East, the spread of Islamist ideology, and the failures of the Palestinian leadership. In conclusion, the story of Israel's role in the creation and rise of Hamas is a cautionary tale about the unintended consequences of political strategies. It serves as a reminder that in the complex world of geopolitics, actions often have far-reaching and unpredictable effects.